Today on Brilliance Business TV, we have Brooke Roman. Brooke has been studying and mastering emotions for the 25 plus years. She holds a BA degree in psychology and an MA degree in counselling. Brooke also specialises in energy and frequency healing. Stay tuned. Welcome to Brilliance Business TV, conversations with leading experts in business. I'm your host, Mark Stephen Pooler. We have a wonderful guest on the show today, Brooke Roman, and we will be talking all about energy healing, which I'm really looking forward to. A great conversation, and how to master our emotions, which is really important as well. We are streaming live on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn and YouTube. We're also on the E360 TV network, going out to Apple TV, Fire TV, Android, Roku and many more. We're also on MSPNewsGlobal.com. We're also on USA Global Radio and Television Network, and we're also on Business Innovators Radio Television Network as well. We're also a IBMD accredited show. I'm not even sure I've pronounced that correctly. An IMDb accredited show as well. So that's really exciting as well. It's quite new on there, so I have to get used to how to pronounce that correctly. Let's bring in our incredible guest, Brooke Roman. Brooke, welcome to Brilliance Business TV.
Hello, Mark. It's a pleasure to be here.
I'm really looking forward to a conversation with you today, Brooke. Brooke, can you share a little bit with our audience, a little bit about yourself and what you do?
Well, I was born an empath, and I help people heal their trauma, create happiness, and manifest their dreams through finding the power that they already have within, and then harnessing that power to create the life, the job, and the relationships that they desire.
Well, I absolutely love that. And mastering our emotions, our mind is so important to create the results that we want in our life. So my question to you, Brooke, why are emotions a better catalyst for change opposed to thoughts and actions?
Well, in my experience within the mental health field, I found that thoughts and actions were the primary focus in therapy. And positive thinking and affirmations and behavior modifications, they work. But I found with my clients that they only worked part of the time. And so I wanted to understand why. Why, when they were doing the same techniques, it only worked part of the time. So I took a real deep dive into that. And what I found was that when your thoughts and your actions align with your emotions, it's intimate, that you're going to get change. There's going to be forward movement. But when your thoughts and your actions do not align with your emotions, say your emotions are doubtful or uncertain, or in the lack of area, it's like spinning a hamster wheel and you go nowhere, and you get frustrated with the thoughts and the actions because nothing's coming out. So if you add that emotional component where your emotions match your thoughts and actions, change ensues.
I like that. And it's about getting that balance right, of getting your emotions right and learning how to accept your emotions, good or bad, because some people try to reject their emotions or suppress them, and that they only grow and get worse when you do that. So I think the work you're doing is really important, Brooke. What is a person's emotional scale?
Well, the emotional scale is made up of vibrational frequencies of the range of feelings that emotion that individual has, and the frequencies that those feelings hold. And so you have high frequencies and you have low frequencies on that emotional scale. And then you have a baseline. And the baseline is where that person sits on at any given moment based on their perception of the circumstances or life. So if I was to give an example of that, let's take money for example. We all want money, right? And some people are in a really good relationship with money. So when they think of money, there's options and new paths and opportunity. But when you're in a lower vibration where money's concerned, and when I say money, you think of, I don't have it, or I'm not sure if I'm going to have enough money, right? You just get more of that because money doesn't feel good. So if you raise your vibration before you start thinking or bringing money into the picture, and you find that feel good place for yourself, then you start thinking your thoughts on money and start taking your actions, and it feels good. Your emotions line up, and momentum is going to build, and change is going to happen, and opportunities are going to present.
I agree totally. And what do you mean by vibrational frequencies when you talk about the emotional scale?
Vibrational frequencies are basically energy in motion. And when you have high frequencies, that's lots of motion, that's lots of energy. And when you have low frequencies, it's pretty stagnant. And we, thanks to quantum physics, we now know that we are energy. Everything has an energy field. And us as humans have an energy field of 62 to 70 megahertz. And that's a healthy body, right? And if you drop below 62 megahertz, then your body starts to shift and illness can come in. Illness of the mind, illness of the body. And so it's important to understand where you sit vibrationally. And the emotional scale is the catalyst for that. It's kind of like your navigational system to tell you which way to go, up or down.
And we all want to aim for those frequencies of love and peace and joy. That's the good place to be, isn't it, Brooke?
Right. And in society, those things sometimes are hard to grab a hold of.
What's the difference between feelings and emotions?
Emotions are the sensations within the body that you feel based off of the circumstances or the life that you're living, your perception of that. And the feelings are how you describe those emotions. And so therefore, your definition of your feelings can change depending on where you're sitting on the emotional scale. So let's take love, for instance. If you're in the lower vibrational part of the emotional scale and you bring in love, you're probably noticing the lack of, not believing in it, not feeling it. But if you're higher on the emotional scale and love comes into play, you are able to see love all around and feel it and create it and cultivate it and grow it.
I love that, and I agree totally. And what can a person do right now to start making their life better?
I think the most important thing you can do is focus on how you feel in any given moment. Like, say, wake up in the morning and set your intentions, calm your mind, get into a good feeling place, reach for those good feeling thoughts, right? And then when you do that, you go on about your day and say you meet a glitch and you're not feeling you're feeling a little out of sorts. So I suggest drink a little water, take a few deep breaths, because water and air, they move energy. And when you do those things, pull your energy in, come inside, and focus on a good feeling thought. And then don't worry about what the thought is doing. Focus on that feeling. Pull it into you. And say you're sitting at a low vibration and you can't find a better feeling thought. Focus on relief. Focus on what would make me feel relief right now and breathe into that and walk yourself up the emotional scale and then head on about your day. And do that as many times as you need to throughout the day, because the more times you do that, the easier it is to get to those better thoughts and the less that you notice you're doing that, right? And you build that momentum, and then all of a sudden your dreams start to come to fruition. And then it's easier to jump to those good feeling thoughts, right? Because you've already been there. They're not strange. You're practicing them every day. It's a muscle. It's a muscle.
It certainly is. I agree with you totally. And it takes certain repetition and practice, like you say, but it's so worth it when you do get those better feelings rather than fear, anxiety, because those can grow if you're focusing on those as well. So it's so important to really do the work that we have both done on ourselves, Brooke. It's so important to do that to live a good life. Is there anything you're working on right now? Is there anything we haven't discussed that you want to share, Brooke?
I have developed a live workshop, so to speak. It's more like an independent study. So it's based off of where the client is. I structure it based on each individual. And we have 6 sessions. It can be 6 weeks or it can be 6 months. You use your sessions as you need to use them. And then the whole time we are working on the skills of learning your emotional scale and harnessing that power so that you can create your dreams. And I do that alongside of you every day until you complete the program.
Who should reach out to you, Brooke? Who is this best for?
Anybody who wants to create happiness and their dreams, anybody who wants to heal, anybody who just wants to feel better, I can show you how to use the emotional scale so that when you are dealing with things that are hard or you don't want to deal with, you can put yourself in a feel good vibration and look at your problems and actually dive into them easier and make it a little bit more joyful and maybe even fun sometimes. Change is hard no matter if it's good or bad. And so I want to show people that you can make changes in your life and it doesn't have to dive into the dark, deep troubles or past of your life. Those things will get worked out, but they'll get worked out while you sit at a higher vibration. So it's not as hard. They're not so scary. You actually get to see the silver linings of why they happened in your life to begin with and how you are much better for those circumstances.
I love that, Brooke. Brooke, I thoroughly enjoyed having a conversation with you today. I would encourage everyone to reach out to Brooke for more information. Brooke, just share your website address. Share it a couple of times for our audience.
It's S. Brooke Roman at winxsite.com /Empath Earth. Okay, let me say that one more time because
I think you should say that once more.
It's sbrookeroman.wixsite.com /Empath Earth. And when you go there, you can contact me and we can talk about what therapies we can use to help you create the life of your dreams. Or you can join my Discover the Guru Within You workshop and start being the master of your own emotions. My job is to put myself out of business by teaching you how to be the best version of yourself that you can be. Because there's a guru within you, and that's all you need.
Oh, I absolutely love this, Brooke. Brooke, thank you so much for being my guest today. I have thoroughly enjoyed having a conversation with you.
Thank you, Mark. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to working with you more in the future.
The pleasure's been all mine. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for Brilliance Business TV, conversations with leading experts in business. Until next time, bye for now.